Hey, yeah, this is Maniac Tim with Maniac Sports. How's everybody doing? Man, unfortunately, the Lions dropped a big one to Green Bay. They last Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. Oh man, it's been a awful run in Thanksgivings lately that we have had. Like the last 7, 8 years, we have lost Thanksgiving Day. We used to be at 50% in Thanksgiving, but now we're just now the Lions just really don't. They just really don't know how to get things done. All the time. It's. I mean, hopefully they can get things back together. This is one time out of who knows how many. Yeah, the score ended up being closer. We got to take the good with the bad with Dan Campbell. And, I mean, some of the bad things is, it makes no sense to me in some of the times when he goes for fourth down all the time. And it's obviously we're not working uh, in that area. So, it wasn't working. So why would you do it? Why would you keep on doing it? He was like 0 for 4 for fourth downs. There was, you know, it it also caused the gap between, one of Green Bay's touchdowns was because you go ahead and go for it on fourth down at the on, like near our 20-yard line, and it makes it easier for them to just go ahead and march it right in. You know, yeah, I probably would have been praising Dan Campbell if he would have got it, stuff like that. Everybody loves a winner, but hey, he didn't get it. That's just how it is. Um, just how it is. How's everybody doing? Sorry, I had a real busy week last week, and I didn't have my streaming stuff with me when I was down in. I was over in Virginia over the Thanksgiving holiday, so it was, and I didn't get back until Sunday. Uh, I did get to see, I did get to watch the game and stuff like that. So how it was, you know. I was one of the ones that stayed watching it. Normally I would stream the game, but I didn't stream the game because hey, it is what it is. But I want to thank you guys for stopping in, for watching. Um, One of the questions to all you Michigan fans out there, Michigan and uh, Detroit Lion fans, one of the questions of the day and is what would you like to see more? Would you like to see Michigan win the national championship or the Detroit Lions win the Super Bowl? That's one question. That's kind of on my mind. What would you like to see more? Would you like to see would you like to see the Lions win the Super Bowl or at least make it to the Super Bowl? Or would you rather see um, as I said, the um, Michigan Wolverines win the national championship? The title game. Which would you guys prefer? You know, that's one of the questions of the day. I also want to congratulate the Muskegon Big Reds for winning the I think it was Division 3 or something uh, state uh, high school championship. That was great. They won it. Uh, they've been in a lot of title games, but haven't always won the title games. So this time they won. They walked out with a victory. Uh, Also, 3 years in a row, um, Michigan beating Ohio State. That has to be good thing too. Uh, and another question is, have our opponents, and what I'm talking about Lions opponents, have they figured us out? Have they figured the Lions out as far as as far as on how to win, on the defense? Have they figured the defense out? Hey, how's it going, Megan? How's it going? How are you? Oh boy, how's those Seahawks? I know they had a little bit of a setback, but in a couple weeks. But they played the Cowboys this week. How are you feeling about that game? Oh, my, oh, not good. Tore my left hamstring. Oh, sorry about that. Wow. Don't go there. That was not meant as a rub-in. Believe me, it was not meant as a rub-in. But hey, they play Dallas. Dallas doesn't do good against good teams. I think that the Seahawks are one of the better teams. Uh, so I don't know. I mean I would really like to. I want to see the Seahawks beat there. Yeah, and it was on my birthday, and it was our second throwback, which my mother gave me for my birthday. Well, at least you got the birthday present. It's sorry it didn't end up. Your birthday didn't end up better. You know that does really. That does suck. I mean, I'll tell you, it sucked that the Lions lost so badly in the. Do I think we'll see Hendon Hooker this year if Goff keeps playing bad? Well, coaches can be stubborn as hell. I think that Goff would need to play horrible in order for Hendon Hooker to come in. Uh, is he totally ready to play now? You know, that's that's the other thing. Is Hendon Hooker totally ready to play? Is he well enough to do the job? Uh, Friday is my birthday, and the Cowboys throwback game is then. Okay, hey, well, hopefully you get your birthday wish. You know, hopefully you get your birthday wish to beat the Cowboys. I mean that's Megan, we want to we want to be able to say happy birthday for that. And that would be a great present, wouldn't it? And I really hope your hip feels better too. But one of the good things is that Michigan did beat Ohio State. I don't know if you're a college football fan at all. Uh, okay. And you also got Teddy Bridgewater too, which could come in. Do you think he's going to be good, Hendon Hooker or our Lions? I think when he's healthy, he could be good. He's going to add that running. You know, yeah, he's going to add the better runs than what we see on you know. But yeah, I think he could really help us out as long as he's healthy. I'll be over at The Hawks next. We'll be all drinking. Yep. Yeah. That'll be good. Did you see that USC is my team? Oh, okay. Wow. Wow. I did see that USC is my team. Okay. Wow. Hey. Yeah. I like Hooker a lot out of the draft. I think he will surprise you all. Yeah, they if he gets a chance to play and stuff like that, it's just I think he'll be great. But it's him getting a chance to play will be a thing. Hey, how's it going? 313 New Breed. How's it going, Steve? Wow. Yeah, Steve got to see that horrible game by the Lions up close and personal. He was there. Oh, okay. So you post about Hendon Hooker. All right, cool. But yeah, I like him. I think he'll be good as long as he you know when he's totally healthy and stuff like that. You know, uh a lot of it's just that golf overall has did so good. You know, last year and going into this year. I don't think the Lions have never been a team to go ahead and set a quarterback. Especially a quarterback down. Because he had a bad couple games. You know, I mean, we've seen that, throughout Lions history, and especially this regime does not. But Trojan sense the Pete Carroll days. Okay. Then you just kind of follow him right over to uh, Seattle. Okay. Yeah, I did, Tim. It was a bad loss. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah. Anyway, Tim, I'm heading out. Talk soon. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Best wishes. Thanks for stopping. Thanks for all the comments. And I hope you feel better. I hope that heals up a lot better for you. It's great talking to you. Let's go ahead and let's hope that the Seahawks can go ahead and spank some reality in the Cowboys. That's anyway. Okay. Golf golf awful last Thursday. Yes, he was. He was also. There was also those. Jeez. One thing. One of the things that I really I was talking to my friends and stuff like that. These last couple games that we had, uh, you notice each of the teams wanted, uh, each of the teams went ahead and wanted to take quick, fast leads. That's what they wanted to do. They went ahead and struck and tried to get us behind quick. Golf does not play as well when he's behind. That's one thing for sure. So if you can go ahead and knock him, when he got to when he got to play makeup and stuff like that, football it does hurt us. You know, when is James Houston coming back? We need him help Aiden Hutchinson. He made Aiden Hutchinson better. I know. God, can't be soon enough. We need that guy back now. You know, I did follow him to Seattle. I figured that. Ben Johnson was awful. Yes. Aaron Glenn. Oh God, Aaron. Yeah. But one thing that we got to remember is this team did not build up the defense like a lot of people thought they should, like I thought they should. This has been basically most of the money has been spent in the offense. So I think one of the things that's happening, two things that's happening is that the people are figuring out our defense, and also the last two teams that we played know us the best because they play us 2 times a year. You know, even though we're the different lines and stuff like that, they play us too. Plus, they were teams that were god awful. So if they go ahead and they lay it all out and it hits them in the ass, because you know, uh, there wasn't people that was expecting them to play like that, so they can just go ahead and uh, use that type of attack and just go ahead and win all out. Go all out against us. So there's a lot of factors, and you know, if you guys listen to some of my older videos, well, I was also big, really concerned about the Bears, and about the I was less concerned about Packers because we had them so great, but I was concerned because our divisional rivals, our divisional opponents, go ahead and play us stronger. They always have. Whether it's the Bears or my my Lions lost. My Sparties got killed last Friday. I'm sorry for laughing. Bad week, yeah. Well, at least my Wolverines won. Okay, I won't rub that in. You know how they beat Ohio State for the did I say third straight time? But I'm not rubbing it. I'm just kind of just putting it out there. The Wolverines, and also my Muskegon Big Reds, my high school alma mater. They won. So hey, what's up though? How's it going? How's it going? Hey, yeah, who is this? Uh, okay. Yeah, we do miss Houston and Isaiah Bugs. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, we need to. Yeah. And we really didn't sure up the defense. So yeah, but I'm not gonna go ahead and say that you know Brian Holmes is. I'm not going to jump on and off the bandwagon because this is still the team that got us to 8-2. This is still they're still their leadership. That got us to it. I cannot agree with going for every time on fourth down. That I think he still hasn't learned. You know, uh, when it's not working, it's not working. You gotta do something else. Uh, anyway, yeah. Always build defense. Yes, you need to build a defense. Thank you. Yeah, but definitely you need to build a defense. And CJ, yeah, CJ Gardner Johnson. I mean, there's been a lot of yeah. Oh, hey, how's it going, Nomas? How's it going, Nomas? That's good. Breed. Yeah. All right. Yeah. No. I mean, I was not really rubbing it in. I mean, okay, I was. I'll admit it. You got me. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh yeah. I know. Michigan Wolverines win Big Ten championship 3 times in a row versus Iowa. That yeah, right. And hopefully Ohio State don't get to go to the playoffs this year. I really hope not. I'm doing all right. I hate fans say our coaches and GMs and we're 8-3. Like, come on. No, let's be real. Yeah, and that's true. You know, that's true. Hey, totally agree with you there. You know that. I basically totally. I mean, you cannot just go ahead and we don't need to be wishy-washy, and that's what it was, you know. Brad Holmes awful into his fixed defense. Been bad since he got here. Last time we had a good defense with Jim Caldwell. Yes, Schwartz was building us but yeah, I see what you mean. No, Jim Schwartz, he was building us a good defense, but it just got I don't know, things just got so messed up. But I think that Brad Holmes was trying to more or less concentrate on offense, trying to rebuild the greatest show on turf and stuff like that. I think that's what he was thinking. But you got to be able to score a lot. If you're only relying on offense, you got to be able to score a lot more on offense every time. Because that's what we were in, like a shootout. But we need to figure it out. We need to figure it out. Who was good, Breed? All right. I hate it when fans say GMs and coaches are awful when we are 8-3. Like, come on now. Exactly. And yep, I totally agree. Because look at where they brought us from. You know, and how long ago has it been since we were relevant in November, going into December and October. I mean, it's with Brad Holmes. It was Dan Campbell that got us there. So yes, and things were misleading. You know, uh, Denver's starting to play well. We still got to play Denver. Uh, our we happened to get it when Justin Fields came back. We happened to get Chicago when Justin Fields came back. And we all know that rivalry that goes on. Chicago hates to lose to us, plain and simple. They do, so they're going to do their best to. Green Bay, Jordan Love, he started doing better even before he met us. They're talking about how much better he's doing. You know, uh, teams. I think about the worst team that's still out. I mean, you got Carolina. We already beat them. They're still doing bad. Um, you know, Texans, they're doing bad, but we don't play them. Uh, but Denver's turned around. Saints. That's a could go either way game. Cowboys. Going to Dallas. I feel a lot better if it was in Detroit. Then of course you have Minnesota. Who's lost a couple, but who knows what Dobbs is going to be like when we play him. You know, I'm going to give Brad Holmes a chance to fix this defense between now and the next draft. Yes. Okay. If Brad Holmes doesn't fix the defense in the draft, he's awful. We need defense, not just offense. We need both defense and offense. And that is, that is definitely true. We do, but uh, remember, we are not going to have, the extra capital, draft capital that we had with, with, oh, when we had the Stafford trade or the Hawkinson trade. Now to this day, I think that we let DeAndre Swift go too cheaply. I think we should have got more for DeAndre Swift than what we did. Um, you know, because look how he's helping the Eagles out. Uh, but hey, we have key injuries, and we 8-3. We can't get every free agent that gets released or cut. That one of the things I hate about the Lions fan. Like we can't get every good free agent. Let's be real. Yeah, and that's true. Yeah. You got we gotta take a look at it. There's finances, there's okay. One of the things that I'm saying, how much, you know, how much of your future are you guys willing to put off to get that one Super Bowl? You know, uh, and are we, like, okay, how many defensive players are we away from getting that Super Bowl too? Because are we one, two, three players away from getting that Super Bowl? That's what we got to look at. I mean, look at Cleveland Browns. They went all out. They got Deshaun Watson. You know, they thought that he was going to be the savior of Cleveland, was going to be that final cap to get them to the Super Bowl. So what happens? Deshaun Watson gets suspended for, and Cleveland was aware that he was going to get suspended for the first part of last year. For I think it was 6, 8 games. I can't remember the exact deal. All right, uh, but they thought that he would be that one to bring him over the top. Baker Mayfield did. Now, you also look at the Rams. It worked out for the Rams, even though Stafford wasn't the only thing that they added that year, but they knew that Stafford was going to be that piece to get them to win that Super Bowl. That's why they traded Stafford, traded Goff to us, and we got Stafford. So if we were at that point where we could get that one player, and it's any way you look at it, it's going to be a gamble. Are you guys willing to mortgage your future for one Super Bowl? If we could get that guaranteed player that would make us win a Super Bowl, hey, I would mortgage a few years of being bad in the future to get that Super Bowl ring. That's my personal feelings, but that's my personal feeling. I'm not the one building a team. But I don't know, we're one or two players there. And what happens if you go ahead and you put that capital in and that person gets hurt? Then then you're going to be bad for a while, even after, and if it didn't work out. That's what I'm saying. Okay, let me see. Did I yeah, we had I got it right now. Yeah. Yeah, Brad Holmes, first round pick this year, 2024 NFL draft, is the offensive player picked in the first round by the Lions. I want Brad Holmes fired. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get very far with that. Good luck with that. I don't think it's going to happen. I understand where you're coming from, and that's your opinion, but people's going to look at what you've seen, what he's done. Now, is Hendon Hooker going to be that one, to go ahead and replace Goff, and will he be able to step right in and take off place? Because we don't know how he's going to be with if he hops in, he might have his learning curve with the NFL. Remember, the NFL speed is a lot different than college speed. You know, you're playing with the best of the best. You know, no, I don't want to get injured players. Yeah, we don't. That's one thing they have. Uh, and you know, but it's Levi, like Levi, Josh Pascal. Yeah, definitely, and yeah, they gotta quit getting injured players. Yeah, to start up with too, and that's one thing that we've seen. Because okay, now Hendon Hooker was a steal in the draft. That's one thing. Will Jamison Williams? Is it time for Jamison Williams to go ahead and really get more passes thrown to him? You know, uh, okay. Brad Holmes best draft. Brad Holmes best at drafting injured players on defense. Yep, and he did that on offense too. You got to look at Jamison Williams, offensive player, injured players. Injured. Then of course, it was a Holmes' fault that they went ahead and did that gambling deal. But yeah, we so injured. Getting the and also Hendon Hooker. He was injured too. Those are also injured players on. But sometimes they get out of their injuries and they can really help out. Look at how many times. Look how much Jameson Williams has helped us out in the last few games. I I really, yeah, I'm not going. Like Steve Newbury said, we're 8-3. Okay, we are 8-3. You know, just think, we built. You know, the Lions and Brad Holmes built this team. And it's not perfect by any means. It's not perfect, but when was the last time we were 8-2? You know, that was that was before I was even born. Okay, so let's just go ahead and take it. Remember, they said it's a process. It's a process. Uh, we've gotten quite far. Now, I do think that they need to step up. Where you know people, you know, sportscasters were saying that that we only had like one winning team left and all this other stuff on the schedule, and that was Dallas, and you know, but they don't know how. You can't always judge the goodness of a team by the wins and losses in the past because teams get hot, and that's what we're playing. Minnesota started off really bad, but they got hot. All right, Justin Fields, he and Chicago was starting to play well. Then Justin got hurt, and then he just happens to come back on us. So there's timing too. You know, Jordan Love, they ended up working. You know, he needed to get acquainted with the systems and stuff like that. Plus uh, these offensive coordinators, you know, Green Bay seen what Chicago did to us, and seen how to beat us, you know. So they went ahead and attacked us quickly. Brad Holmes got more hits on offense. Yeah, that's true. Defense is not such much sense. Aiden Hutchinson, Brian Branch, James Houston, Kirby Joseph, only good draft pick on defense right now. Yes. All right. Hey, Tim. No, these Lions fans don't have patience. That's true for this team. They are going to get a home playoff game. yeah, that's yeah, and they, I mean, they don't, and that's the way it is. You know, uh, we have the Aaron Glenn, the the Brad Home, or the calling for. Yeah, I think it's silly to call for Brad Holmes to be fired. It's because to me that's just silly. He has built this team, and uh, this is just one. He has built this team. So to me, that's silly. Lions need to play on the road in the playoffs. Well, Lions need to win enough so that we can host, and host a playoff game, at least one. That's what I want to see. Hey, thank you guys. You guys are all, it's great. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are coming in. This is this is a great conversation. And I don't want to knock anybody's. Definitely don't want to knock any. You guys all have your opinions, and that's great. I can understand where people, we. I mean, my my hopes were shattered too. Let's just face it. I looked at it and I said, "Oh my God, what the hell?" And that's what I said. What the hell is going on here? When I seen what went on, you know, uh, Lions better on the road. Yes, Lions not good at home. They need to. They just need to get better at playing at home. That's true. Calling for Holmes and calling for Holmes, Aaron Glenn's, Ben Johnson job is absolutely ridiculous. Amen, brother. Amen. Totally agree. Totally, totally agree. It's you know, I mean, it was Ben Johnson that orchestrated it. Brad Holmes built what we got now. Um, look, yeah. I mean, my brain aches. Yeah, now I know that I think that if we had better, if we didn't have the injuries, you know that we got now to, whoever would have thought that C.J. Gardner and Johnson after the second game would end up being injured for for the rest of the season mostly. I mean, who knows? Maybe he might come back. That'd be great to get him back, but that would pretty much a season-ending injury. And the Lions still got us to 8-2, 8-3 now. Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn look like want to be fired. Their play calling's been trash, very predictable. Oh boy. All right. Hey Tim, do you think we can win our remaining games? It's gonna be hard. I think we split with Minnesota. Hate to say that. Uh, Dallas is going to be hard at Dallas. I don't see us going undefeated or winning games. I think we at least lose two of the games of our remaining games. There's just because you also have we're in Chicago. Uh, Chicago gave us all that they wanted. All that we can handle. Uh, Week before last. I'm being real as Lions fan. You got be real. Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, been trash. Okay, who especially Ben Johnson. Who would you get to replace Ben Johnson? Who do you think can go in there and do the job better than what Ben Johnson has done? You know, this guy, you know, this guy, you know, turned down, took his name out of the running for Carolina you know, last year. Uh, some of the stuff has been great that he has done. Aaron Glenn, there's been a lot of talk about him, but I don't think that he has the players that he needs to be great. So and the Chicago game is a cold game too. That's true. That's true. And Chicago is not playing like they're tanking either. You know, it's like they want to make. I mean, they're already going. They're already possible will get the number one draft pick because of the Carolina pick. So Chicago is not just going to go. Is not playing to give up. I mean, how they could go ahead. At one point, you thought they could go ahead and have the number one, number two pick. You know, because of the way they were losing. What do you think we're going to do against Minnesota? Though? Do you think that how many games do you see, Steve? How many games do you see us actually winning of the last? Because I mean, these games could go either way. I mean, even Denver, that's one thing, and Saints. I mean, it's because right now we have the same record as the Cowboys. So let's go ahead and share this. All right. All right. All right. 4-2. I think we will be at least last, maybe 3-3. That's a reasonable. That's reasonable. I I can totally agree with that one. You know, because I mean, here I just decided to pull up the standings. And you know, I mean, right now we're tied with a lot of the teams. You know, 4-2. I mean, 4-2. I think that would be great if we could go 4-2. I mean, I would like to see us go 5-1 because then that would give us our best. But with what we're seeing, hey Tim, you mean the cowgirls, or as Nomus would call them, the cowbies? Oh wow. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just I like the way you put it. But I mean the NFL isn't the refs isn't nice just when we play that when we go to Dallas for some reason. They're not really nice to us, you know. But I don't know. If we I really want to see us beat the Cowboys. Cowboys, you know, those damn Texans so bad. Oh man. Cow cheaters. Yep. Hey, yeah. I mean that's a true statement. That's yeah. So how many people think the Dallas team is the American team? Where did they get the right? Where did they get the right to go ahead and call them South America teams? I mean, come on, call haters. We got to beat them lines. Uh, call cheaters. Yeah, we got to figure out a way to beat them. I mean, remember that last year? Last year that was one of our horrible games. You know, but yeah, that was. I mean, we're a full 2 games ahead of Minnesota. You know, oh boy. Hey Tim, it would be crazy if we get a home game versus the Rams. Oh my God, that would be crazy as hell. You're right. You're right. Stafford coming back to. Oh my God, yeah. That was wow. I if you take a that would be something. Detroit Lions, Americans, one pride. Yeah, and we got. I mean, let's just face it. There was a lot of people. A lot of people went ahead and looked at the Lions, got on the Lions bandwagon like crazy. A lot of people did. You know, national, you know, national broadcasts. They got on the Lions you know, I mean, there's still some people that think that we can go ahead and beat the Cowboys. You know, that's going to be we're one of the harder teams. You know, I don't know which. I do think that we need to. Oh boy. Oh, it would be great if Houston would ever come back. you know, and Gardner John. Oh God, if we could get some of that defensive players back. Oh my gosh. Man. So, oh boy. What's yeah, I'm gonna go with this. I know Minnesota's off next week. Okay, activities here. No, Minnesota's. No, like I said, I know Minnesota's off. So of course, Seattle plays the Cowboys. Hopefully, Seattle can beat the Cowboys. That would be great. Uh, of course, Colts, Titans, Falcons, Jets. Well, we got the Saints next week. That we got to we got to beat them. We Lions need to get back on their A game. That's what they need to do. They need to get back on their A game. You know, it's then of course then the following week we got freaking Chicago by Chicago. Wow. Then there's yeah. Lions just need to, like I say, Lions need to get back on their A game. That's what they can't. So who do you got? Who do you think's gonna win between the Chargers and the Patriots? I mean, she's talking about a bunch of losers, both of that team. Then you have Carolina or Cardinals at the Steelers, Dolphins at the Commanders. Wow. Panthers play the Buccaneers. Wouldn't that be weird if the Panthers found a way to beat the Buccaneers? 49ers at the Eagles, Browns at the Rams. And I hope, let's hope that the Chiefs can go ahead and beat the Packers. I hate seeing the Packers win. I do. Bengals at Jags, and we know the Jags will win that one. Want the Raiders to figure out a way to beat the Vikings, but see, it's weird because I mean I don't want to win the NFC North by default. I want to win the NFC North by actually beating the Vikings twice. That's how I want to win the NFC North. I don't, you know, Sam Laporte got an Sam got a auto signing December 5th. Whoa. God, I want to go. Yeah, I know you hate them. You hate the called cheaters. I know that. Patriots are terrible. Yeah, that's true. The Patriots are freaking terrible. I mean, that's that's an understatement there. It's like, man, oh shoot. Then the week after next, the Packers play the damn Giants. That ought to be an easy freaking game. Ah, dang. All right. Uh, yeah, but yeah, the Patriots are freaking terrible. They're just there's not another word for it besides terrible. Do you guys think that Do you think that Bill Belichick is going to be a Patriot after this season? And do you think that his attitude will go ahead and get him, and his former win-loss record will go ahead and get him another job? Bill Belichick needs to retire. Outdated. He's washed up, old. Should retire when Tom Brady went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, you got a point there, but I mean, his style of football is not uh not today's style. He hasn't kept up with today's football. Tom Brady saved his ass a lot. Mac Jones hasn't played good at all. For sure. For sure. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Mac Jones. But I mean, Bill Belichick is the one that built that team after Tom Brady left. He's general manager and head coach. You know, but he has that super. So he's a legend from when his time was relevant. That's what we gotta look at. But is his style of football relevant today? You know, that he and then you got he got lucky to to have Tom Brady for all those years. And when you have a quarterback, you know, that goes ahead and gives you a discount, how uh how much money and salary cap did the Patriots save what by the discount that Brady gave them in order to stay with them, because that way they could spend more money on other players because all the money did not go, you know, to Brady. Bill Belichick's outdated. His coaches like 20 years ago don't work today's these younger head coach. Yeah, but of course there you're talking about like you are talking about a legend, and yeah, I see your point. I was saying that point too. So I can see. Uh, but one thing Bill Belichick did was he helped. There's no denying what happened when he had Tom Brady. All those Super Bowl rings. All those Super Bowl rings. And of course, what college did Tom Brady graduate from? Can we say it? Can we say it? It was not Michigan State. It was Michigan. He was a seventh round pick. He was running those diamonds in the rough. But he turned out to be great. Sorry, I just had to. Sorry, Steve. I just had to say that. Just had to. Tom Brady made Bill Belichick. Yes. And like I say, it was also Tom Brady made him, and also he didn't try to get Patrick Mahomes money. He didn't try to get even Matthew Stafford's money. Back then. He was content in and because really four quarterbacks, Tom Brady didn't get paid that much. He didn't get paid market value for what he was worth. If you look at at what other quarterbacks who did less than him, but then that gave you know them chances. You know, that freed up money. You know, I mean, you know, look how much when Aaron Rodgers, how much money he took off from the pack. You know, so we gotta look at that on. So he helped. You know, Brady helped Belichick and the Patriots in more ways than what you could figure. You know, so he helped make them for sure. Uh, but like my question of the day, who it, Saints got one of the worst run defense I heard. Give up 250 yards last week. Now that's great. All right, you know, uh, we just cannot buy into that and take. And one thing, don't take that for granted. All right, don't take it for granted, because sorry, uh, excuse me, because look how many points the Broncos had scored on them by the Dolphins, and what are they now? One of the worst things that any team can do, and I think that we've seen a little bit of this the last couple weeks on the Lions, where they got complacent and they took teams too lightly. You know, I mean, nobody, there wasn't a Lions fan that thought that uh, the Packers was going to come in our home on Thanksgiving and beat us. There, it especially kill and spank us. You know, one of the things you can even look at that the first week when the Bears and the Packers, they just thought, when the Bears played the Packers that first week, they thought, oh yeah, because Aaron Rodgers was gone, the Bears fans, they just thought they could finally beat the Packers. But you can't be complacent and look at that. Yeah, uh, you got to exploit that. You know, but just don't think it's just going to be easy just because of that. I mean, sure, we look at it. David Montgomery, Jameer Gibbs, Reynolds, they ought to be able to run right through that. They ought to be able to run all day, run that ball. And then if they're and also if you're running the ball, that should really also open up the pass too. And are we underutilizing Jameson Williams? We got the speed guy. You know, I mean, could you just see if Jameson Williams gets as hot as St. Brown is? You know, that's what we need. We need Montgomery. We need Gibbs. We need we need these offense to go ahead and get. They need to get hot again. You know, that's what they got to do. And you know what? When your when your worst quarter is the third quarter, you don't defer the ball to the second half. Now, yeah, I know the Packers won the toss, and they chose to be that first to have the ball first because they knew what they wanted to do. But they, you know, I think the Lions should take the ball more often first, at the start of the game than they should at the at the halftime because over especially this year the Lions' worst part has been that third quarter. Lions run all over the eights. Yeah, they should be able to, but like I say, don't get you still got to do it and you still got to get it done. You know, they ought to be able to go ahead and release the beast and run over the eights. That's what we got to see. That's what we want to see. Do you think, okay, do you think Jared Goff injured? It was linked the other day, said Jared Goff is hiding an injury. He very well could be, you know, and you know, I think he could be injured. He takes some good hits, so it could. But and that's one thing that a lot of people look at it is Jared Goff being injured. Is he better than a healthy Teddy Bridgewater or even Hendon Hooker, who I don't know how ready he is to step in. You know now, okay, you could go ahead if Goff is truly injured. You could say, see, Teddy Bridgewater could be rusty as hell. Who knows? Who knows? You know, you also have um, Hendon Hooker. His timing may be off. I, because the receivers ain't played with him. So I don't know if it's better to uh, play an injured Goff than maybe a rusty Teddy Bridgewater. You know, I don't know, but I do know that he needs to figure out a way to get over that turnover bug that he's had, you know, last couple weeks. Because there's been way too many turnovers, 3 fumbles and 4 interceptions last week, week before, and also with a fumble not by him but by somebody else the week before. But I think one of the things that the offense needs to figure out a way of getting hot again because that's and you know taking your starting quarterback out, that's the one that got you there. I don't know. Yep, 7 turnovers in 2 games. That's that's true. And fortunately, one of those 2 games we figure out a way to win. You know. But yeah, by the way, thank you guys. Like, subscribe to this channel. Appreciate it. Hey, I appreciate it. Everybody that comes in, shares uh, your comments. It was real nice to talk to Steve. It was real nice to talk to you, Jackson. It was also nice to talk to the new breed, Lomas. It was really good to talk to him. Um, uh, that's not like Goff. I think he might be injured, or Goff knows he's not the quarterback for this team. Well, he was See, oh, for the future. All right, I get you now. I get you. I get you. I definitely get what you're saying for the future. Yeah. I think golf uh, is going through a slump too. I don't think that that's getting in the it could be injury, but I do think he's going through a slump. Uh, Last year he had a great year. This year he had his points, but it wasn't as great as last year. Uh, and actually, I think especially this year, unless Goff gets really injured, I think that they're going to live and die with Goff no matter what this year, or unless he gets so god awful, like like what Zach Wilson was, or something like that. I don't see the Lions going ahead and putting in Hooker or Bridgewater. I just don't think this is that type of team, that type of management that will do that. You know, am I saying would I like, if Goff gets totally bad where he can't do it, uh, if we lose a couple more games, it's I think maybe I might be willing to try Hooker and stuff like that. But what is or Bridgewater? But what happens if you get them in and it just goes real downhill there too? Okay, Hendon Hooker was picked before to be future. Go back to watch the draft. Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes said in the draft. Yeah, that's true. But remember, okay, you don't get a team to 8-2, 8-3, respectfully, if you don't think that the the best that Goff, even if Goff is planning on moving on after this year, even if Detroit is planning on severing ties with Goff, I think Goff was given the chance this year to prove himself, to see exactly how good he was, how good he is. Uh, are they thinking, because they are trying to sign him to a multi-year contract that hasn't came through yet. Uh, Now you don't just go ahead and you don't just go ahead and uh, get Hendon the Hooker for no reason. That's one thing that you don't do. Now, do the Lions feel that Hendon Hooker is ready to step in right now? Do they feel that he is? I mean, you look at Trey Lance was supposed to be the future for was supposed to be the future for the 49ers. That didn't work out so well. Just because somebody is drafted to be the future, it doesn't always work out. And sometimes you got to go into growing pains. Okay, now if we put Hendon Hooker in right now, all right, you risk the. I don't think taking Hendon Hooker or taking Goff out and putting Hendon Hooker in because golf is playing bad is going to help golf's attitude because you know he seems to be the type of person that needs the support. So going ahead and sending him down just to make him learn a lesson to maybe get better. I don't. I think that on golf that would have the opposite effect on him. Now, are the Lions ready to live and die on Hendon Hooker? And what happens if we put Hendon Hooker in there and he re-injured his, his injury right away? Then, hey, we may be out next year with him, because he re-injured himself because we put him in too early. Yeah. But then again, why are they trying to sign golf? And if golf, okay, what do you do? Okay, if golf takes you to that Super Bowl, I mean, I know right now after the last couple of games, it does not seem likely. But what do you do if golf takes you to that Super Bowl? If golf achieves what nobody in the Lions organization has done. Okay, what if he gets us to that Super Bowl? You know, I mean, getting us to the NFC Championship game, that's been done. Eric Kramer done that before. But we have never been to a Super Bowl. All right. But what if so how do you go ahead and set golf and bring in Hooker? That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah. And I'll tell you, I'm not ready for this ride to be over. I'm I want to see I mean, yes, I look at the schedule and I see the teams that we're playing and I see these teams are playing good and I see what the Lions have put on the field the last couple of weeks. We we won one, we lost one. We found a way to win. Now, what happens if we go in and we slaughter the Saints? And then if you know, and if we go in and we come out with a win against Chicago the following week, what? And then Minnesota the week at or well, of course you got Denver in there too. So what happens if we go ahead and we win our next three games? You know, under golf. You know, if Jared Goff takes us to the Super Bowl, win, retire, not going anywhere. Hey, yeah, that's true. That is true. But yeah, everybody, thank you guys for thanks for all the participation. I appreciate it. Uh, you know, I'm probably gonna, even though I probably could go out all night, but I should get some sleep. Uh, I'm gonna try to get back on tomorrow and stuff like that. Now remember, no, I know I didn't have no holds barred Friday last week. It was just with the holiday weekend and stuff like that. It just didn't work. But I'm gonna definitely have no host bars Friday, this Friday at 11 o'clock. So please, 11 a.m. All right. Uh, I'm going to try to get back on that schedule. Uh, I enjoy doing this. Enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking with you guys. Uh, I'm definitely going to try to stream the game. The game. So I will be on this weekend when the Lions play. Uh, So, Lions Saints, I'm going to be streaming that game. You guys hop on and join. That'd be great. Uh, so be looking for us. Uh, I just want to thank you guys. This is Tim's Maniac Sports. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends. I'm still trying to get guests in and stuff like that. It's just with a very, very busy uh, week last week. Uh, and it was there was a lot going on last week with Thanksgiving. So let's just hope that the Lions can go ahead and win. I want to see they build a statue for Jared Goff wins the Super Bowl or takes the Lions Super Bowl. Yeah, I think how can you know? I mean, okay. So this all right. Lions go to the Super Bowl. Who helped get us there the most? Jared Goff, St. Brown. You gotta look at Khalif Raymond. Laporte. Uh, there's uh Hutchinson to a extent. You gotta look at we built a statue. Uh, but yeah, I definitely. And let's just hope if the Lions get to the Super Bowl, they win the Super Bowl. I mean, that's one thing we want to see. You know, we just got to see it. But I am going to close out this show for tonight. Wish everybody a great night. Thank you. I mean, man, I love coming out here. I really do. It's just been you know, I mean, like shoot, Sunday I didn't get to see any football games. I mean, Sunday I was at the airport so long and I was at a little dinky airport that didn't have that the bar didn't even show the there was a little bar in there, but it didn't even show the games. So, but thank you guys. This is Maniac Tim with Tim's Maniac Sports. I'm signing out, and you know what? I'm gonna give you guys a roar. Go Lions, one pride.